They need to bring back them songs where they have two perspectives. Hey girlies, what's up? Welcome back. Today we're gonna do that pink under eye blush, high blush trend that I'm seeing. Do you know what? I've seen it since last year, but I've never actually tried it. I feel like I want to put my submission in. So we're gonna try something different, and I want the eyes to be defined, maybe a little smoky, I don't know. I feel like using Makeup by Mario. It's like perfect coverage, has a glow. We love that. I'm gonna mix this because this one is a little bit too close to my skin. This is in the shade 25W, and we're gonna mix it a little bit with this Truth Tint from Maybe Mitchell. I have TT17. I'm just gonna apply this. I feel like I've been so quiet while blending my foundation, but it's like sometimes I just want to vibe. Look how glowy and pretty that foundation is. Like, I'm gonna put some eyelid primer. For eyeshadow, I'm going to keep it very matte. I'm just putting some eyeshadow primer down. I'm just going to blend it all over my lid so it's nice and even. So for today's eyeshadow, we're going to go into our Makeup by Mario. I'm aiming to do a full matte look, so like more warm browns in the crease and the transition, and like a light, like really light brown on the lid. I'm not really going to talk through it because I kind of just want to figure out what I want to do, but yeah. I'm using mainly these two and a little bit of the dark brown and just throwing that onto my crease. Now I'm just going to do a darker outer V, kind of smoke it up and do like a really light, like pale brown. I don't know if I'll call it a brown, like a really pale, like almost nudie colour on the lid. And then for my lid, I'm going to use one of these light shades. I'm not sure what I want to go for first. I'm going to do something I never do, which is put on eyeliner. I don't even know if I have eyeliner. I'm going to use black eyeshadow with like a winged liner pencil brush. And I'm going to create like a fake, well not fake, I'm going to create like a liner look. Okay guys, that's what we've got so far. We have lashes on. Now we're going to go into bronzer. So I'm going to do my concealer blush routine differently. So I'm going to go into my curve case and carve out my bronzer and kind of start blending it in. So I'm just going to angle it how I usually would and just blend upwards. Let's see how this works. Gonna blend out this side. Okay, so now I'm going to start with the blush and then we'll go ahead and do concealer. So I'm thinking of using a variation of blushes. I think I might do a little ombre style. So I have two e.l.f. blushes. This is coming in Hot Pink and Very Well. And then I have my Made by Mitchell. This is Posy Rosy. I think I'm going to go with Made by Mitchell first. And just apply a little bit up here. So pretty high. Just same here. I'm going to use a little bit Very Well because that looks kind of light. Just a little bit to deepen it up. And then I'm going to blend this out. I'm going to use actually an angled blush brush. I'm going to blend it upwards and kind of, not up into my brow bone, but like in this area. So I'm kind of going to keep it in this area. I feel like I need more. I didn't put enough. And yeah, that is more kind of what I want. So kind of just blending it up here, but not too much into my brow bone, just keeping it kind of like around my eyes. One thing about that camo blush, that e.l.f. camo blush, it definitely leaves a glow to the skin. Can you guys see how glowy my cheeks look? So let's go into concealer and let's start getting the face looking how I usually have it. So for concealer today, we're going to use the Huda Beauty Faux Filter concealer. This is in the shade Salted Caramel. I'm just going to apply how I usually would. Like that. As usual, my beauty blender is damp. And I'm just gonna start blending this in. This is looking so good. I'm almost shook. Side note, are you guys watching Real Housewives of Atlanta this season? I'm about to put it on my TV while I finish up, but like, I'll be into it. I kind of fell off from watching all the franchises. I feel like I just lost a bit of interest, but it is Atlanta, so I kind of want to see. I want to see what it gives. Let's see what they're doing with the house Miss Nene built. Okay. I did a bit more concealer because I feel like my under eyes were not like, Pusha, please, you foul for the worst. You could have kept that storyline. Like, I'm gonna go in with the same brush I used for the contour and just go on the side of my nose and snatch that up. I'm gonna go in with my lighter concealer. This is the e.l.f. Concealer in Tan Neutral. I'm just gonna pop that right here. Just for some added brightness, why not? Let's go for it. And I'm just gonna blend this out. I think I want to add a little bit more blush just because once I go in with powder, it might calm it down, if you guys get what I mean. So I'm going to go back in with Very Well and just put a little bit more, like literally a little dot. Blend that in. I just don't want to lose like that bright blush that we have. I'm going to use my Huda Beauty powder and Knafa as our first step of powder. I'm definitely going to go in and bake a little bit as well. So I'm just going to pop this on with a brush. This kind of powder has never stirred me wrong from all my years of using it. Like, how gorgeous and flawless does that look so far? So now I'm going to go ahead and do some powder bronzer. Should we go a little neutral? Because the blush is quite like out there, I'll go neutral. So I'm going to use my Pat McGrath Bronze Mahogany. It's a very neutral bronzer. This is nice if you like something very subtle, you don't like something too warm. I do feel like my bronzer is lower down than usual, and I think it's because I put my bronzer on before I did concealer, and I'm used to using my concealer to kind of give me a map, but now it feels super low. That's definitely something I'm gonna have to fix if I do this technique again, just to make sure my bronzer is higher up and not lower. I did try, but I think because I'm so used to putting concealer first, it kind of threw me off, but it's not the end of the world. I'm gonna go ahead and do a second layer of setting. So I'm actually gonna use my Sweet Honey One Size powder today and just do a little tiny bit of baking just in the inner parts of the eye. A little bit here. I'm gonna go in with some more blush. We're not gonna go in with anything too pigmented because we've already done like an underpainting type of blush and it's already popping, but I do want to like just set it and just get it in. So I'm gonna go in with this House Labs Dragon Fruit Days. It's a really pretty like baby pink, powder pink blush. It's so pretty, but what I love about these blushes is they don't have a white base. If you're a deeper skin tone, you can kind of play about with the color selection. You don't just have to stick with like the regular red, deep red, berry tones. You could kind of play with some of the other colors because they will still come up on your skin. They may not look as vibrant as like a bright red or bright orange, but it would still give a nice finish, which is what I love about these blushes. There's no white base, so it works for literally all skin tones, which is great. So yeah, this is Dragon Fruit Days by House Labs, and I'm just gonna use, I think I'm gonna use the same brush that I used for the blush, just kind of set and angle upwards. And this is a very like nice like soft pink, so it's not really gonna do too much as far as pigment and make it really bright. It's more so gonna just give a nice like little flush of color and just set it. I'll do the same to this side. I'm gonna go with this e.l.f. Rich Warm, well the shade is Rich Warm. It's the Halo Glow pressed powder, and I'm just gonna use that along my jawline just to set that area. Just gonna use this same brush and just tap that in. So I'm just using this black liner for Revolution. I'm just gonna put this on my waterline and kind of tie in the eye, so go all the way across. I feel like it could have been a little bit more sharp, especially with the inner corner, but I don't have a liquid liner. I do have this gel eyeshadow in this Huda palette that might be able to work. I'm grabbing more of a pencil brush. I definitely made it more cat eye. I just used this Empower palette by Huda. It has like a gel type of black eyeshadow there, so I just used that. But I mean, you could do the same thing with eyeliner. So the last thing I'm going to do is just use that red toned brown just on the lower lash line. Now I'm just going to set the face and then we'll go on to do the lips. So I'm going to use my Fix Plus. Do you see how setting spray makes such a difference? So for lips, I think I'm going to do 2 lip liners. So I think I'm going to use my, what's this called actually? It's by NYX. It's the Club Hopper. It's like a deep purple, but I'm going to use my Richie liner first as well. Just to make sure it's deep enough on the outside. I'm going to go in with Club Hopper. And then for gloss, I'm actually going to use my Fenty Cream Gloss Bomb in the shade Fenty Glow. It's like a really nice creamy pink. And I'm just going to put that in the middle. I'm just going to go with the blush brush and bring it in under my eyes. I kind of want that under eye look. It just reminds me of like Painted by Esther style of makeup. If you guys know about Painted by Esther, she does such beautiful makeup and she's like known for her like really blushy looks. Kind of want to go for something like that. So I'm actually going to go over now with the Fix Plus again just to like melt that in. This is the finished look. I feel like I did pretty well for my first try of like doing this type of makeup. What do you guys think? I did very much soft glam on the eyes. I did kind of go in, define them, make them a little sultry with the liner. This is definitely wearable but still giving that like over blush vibes. So hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video. As always, I will leave all the products listed in the description box and let me know if I miss anything because sometimes it's quite a lot of products to put. So let me know if I miss anything. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give me a nice thumbs up, subscribe. I'm nearly at 10k, road to 10k, so subscribe, and yeah, I will see you guys in the next one.